welcome back. This is the second episode, and I'm just going to apologise for my cold that I've still got. It was noticeable in the first video, and I'm sure you can hear it now. As I previously discussed, this is part of my dam that I'm working on. As you can see, I'm starting to take this area down. I'm probably going to get a filler or something. I've been trying to do it manually. It is quite laborious, as you can well imagine. And there's my place from over there. Now let me just get on the broom, fly around. Basically, I extended this hill as I said, and all I've done right now is make a shell. Let me turn around a bit so you can see. So it's very shell. It doesn't actually look like the normal landscape. Just to make a point, it literally is an open shell, as you can see. I don't know if I'll do anything in there, but we'll see. Now, one thing, a lot of people who know me as a Minecrafter know I like terraforming, and it's like some people like mining, you know. I find that I like it because I can match the way the contours go, and this here doesn't look like a normal cliff face. I mean, I kind of started at the bottom, but you'll get what I mean. It's just too many straight lines. It's too much forced into the shape you want to be. It doesn't represent the natural terrain that you've got there. And I thought we'd start on it. Now, I'm not going to do the sides because obviously it's flying and it's a little bit difficult. But what I am going to do is I'm going to extend this hill. So firstly, I'm going to start by just trying to make the shape natural. And I don't like this top square because it is too square. So, I mean, square Minecraft, right? Bit of a joke. But even within Minecraft, the squares are not squares, or the land doesn't stick to that kind of, oh, it's a square. Now, I mean, look at all of this mountainside over here. Other than this occasional face here, it's all variational details. And like, you've got a flat surface here, you can see no. So what I want to do is extend this land out, and I've got some examples of some of the stuff here I want to make visible on the sides, just because it's a new mod pack, so this stuff would be present, would be available. And like this is a line. This doesn't work because it's a straight line. But by putting something there, and then here, as you can see, let me come out a little bit. Ooh, I still haven't quite got used to this broom. That looks a bit more natural, just that formation there. If I build it up a bit, so we'll put this on, come along, add a little bit of height variation. I mean, obviously I am restricted by what I'm trying to make and what I'm building along the line, because obviously you could do a lot more variation. If this was on the flat, you could change kind of how it felt. Yeah, let me just work with this. Chuck in a couple of bits of this. Right, now let me show you that. So you couldn't, if you were not careful, you couldn't tell that was man-made. Like, I might need to change one of the blocks here, just for some of this stuff, but that looks a much more natural look than, say, this. So, oh, I've lost. What I'm going to do is continue to level this out. So part of what you can do is make yourself a base, and I want to bring this kind of out somewhere. I don't know, probably, let me have a look here. We've got a flat side here, so let's work on the natural face that we've got on this side here. This come down, it's going to come out a bit. Bring it out. I don't want it being too round, I don't want it being squarish. Work on, and this is a little trick I like to do. So if you do like that, right, and take this block off, put something there. Sorry. Now, that kind of looks much more natural in Minecraft. You can see it in a couple examples. One is over there. Okay, and then there's another one. Where did I see it beforehand? I saw it lower down somewhere on this side. I can't, oh, down here. So Minecraft it doesn't naturally generate terrain. It kind of has these funny random indents in it a lot, as you can see there. I think there's an eagle down there. Whoa, from up to fly. So by creating a natural indent in the land, that randomness that you get from the Minecraft generation terrain is actually taken into account, and that, like, people will be like, oh. So yeah, this is just my base, as you can see, or the base to build on, not my base, but you know what I mean. Come up, make more of these like natural formations. What I might do actually is take this out, because what I'll do is I'll put dirt in, and you build it up layer by layer. And it's laborious. Like, normally what I do is I put some music on, you know, chill out, watch. Oh, I don't want that to go there. I want some of this stone showing. Oh yeah, look, my shiny shovel. We were having a little bit of fun, so I thought I'd make some show off fashionable tools. Yeah, so I want this to be the similar height. Get that in there, and you'll see exactly what I mean with this formation. Now, unfortunately I don't have a silk touch pick, so kind of imagine this with like a grass top. Pull this out here. It feels much more natural. Feels much more like you wouldn't see this objective. Sorry, let me try again. You would see this objectively if you were looking in around the map. You'd be like, oh, you can tell this is a hill, because let's face it, it does look like a huge man-made structure right now. And I don't want that. I want people to come along and see the dam and go, oh wait, that's a fucking sweet bit of land you found there, Annie. How did you, like, how long did that take to find? And as you can see, the truth is it didn't actually take me that long. I just built it. This happens in Minecraft all the time. I'm sure you've got people you come across, you've gone to their building, you're like, oh, put sand in there or dirt in there just to cover it up. Honestly, leave it. It does add to the natural flavour of the land. Don't leave too many straight lines. So straight lines of 3 or 4, I mean, sometimes that occur, but you don't get long huge straight lines of like 8 or 9. That's too many. That's not natural. As it is, I want to pull this dirt out here. This one, I'm sure you've seen this in your Minecraft world all the time. On top of the fields, just a single grass block up, completely fine. Makes it feel as, again, randomized terrain, and that's the beauty of it. Like, because it is Minecraft, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be like I have OCD'd out. I mean, pretty sure you can ask one of my mates, Paul or Dig, who play. They'll be like, nope, I have to make the land perfect. But Minecraft terrain generation isn't. I mean, my favourite example is just over here. Like, you've got huge, great big cracks, natural, what looks like a natural spawn thingy, and then you come just over the top if it's there. Where is it? Yeah, and you've got like cracks all along here. Let me get off the broom. So all along here, these just like little vault style niches or cracks with water in. They're literally all the way along around the side of that. Here's another one that I started to level out because I'm going to terraform this whole area, as I previously said. Let me get back over to this. So, oh, lag, crazy. If we just keep going, building up. I want dirt on the top, just because I feel that if it was a village, the centre part of the village will have loads of mining area in it, but that'll all be like gravel and dirt and stuff. But this area I want to feel a lot cleaner, so I want it to feel like it's actual a grassy area, or like part of a cliff face. I'm gonna need more dirt. Bring this up to here. So again, just add a bit here. Take that and that out. Oh. Oh yeah. As you can see, I upgraded my hammer from the last time. Been lucky enough to get some mineralium. That thing. How does that look? Right. So another thing, make the cliff face feel more. Obviously, I am going to tidy up the bottom of there, but I want this to feel like a proper cliff. It's concentration here, trying to work out exactly how I'm going to do it. But hopefully the finished example you'll get exactly what I'm trying to do. And this again, I mean, honestly, when you get Silk Touch pick, it will look beautiful. What I'll do is I'll try and get see if one of my fellow players has a Silk Touch and just make some of it. Just see how it will look then, and I'll record that on either this, attach it to the end of this episode, or add a new one. Okay. Yeah. Oh. I get really annoyed by all these messages like server saved. Crazy things going on. I do quite enjoy the Britannia updates though. Those are worth a laugh. I wish there was like somewhere you can just go and read them. I had one like the other day. It was like, let's have a drinking game, have a shot for every Britannia update that they've done. I was like, whoa man, that like it literally feels like every day, every other day you'd just be mashed off your face within a couple of minutes. Crazy amount of updates that's going on in that mod. I mean, I personally haven't done it. See, I'm completely getting sidetracked by the height. I want this and just doing my own natural thing, and that's the best way. That's why I put music on. I can literally just chill to my music. I sometimes chat with a couple of the guys on the server, and you just let it go, let it flow, let it feel sort of like haphazard is not the right word, but it kind of can be. So take this out, put a block in there. You want it to feel like it's natural, right? So it's not forced, or you're not trying to like stick it down to any particular area, or trying to make it feel like it shouldn't go where it's going. You honestly want it to feel like the terrain is just there from the beginning. And I know that sounds like the obvious, Annie, but if you start making loads of alterations, you'll be there for hours. So I'm after, let me go back to the house and grab some more dirt. Just let it flow. Just just kind of like throw those blocks down with almost without thinking them, but thinking them, and then have a quick look. So I'll show you once I've done what I mean by like a visual guide. Oh, tree farm trees getting in the way. A bit more of some machinery and stuff, a proper ME system finally. Oh. Snowball fights. I decided actually I'm going to use dark wood for most of my buildings, just because I like, if you can see over here, I've been looking at the way it looks. Some of this stuff I'm not sure quite what I'm going to do for it, but that feels a little bit, I think that'll feel a bit more natural. Obsidian, okay. As you saw some sounded there, just remind me, like if you're down on the ground or near a beach or something, you can use a variation of the different materials to change up and add like the thingy. So for example, I could just like knock these three out, put this red stuff in. So I mean that makes it feel a little bit more broken up. If you're down on the, I thought that was someone else there. If you're down on the beach, so you just see how the sand goes up as well. So it's like, I want to make a beach. Well, you don't have to make it all of sand. You got a little bit of dirt over there, and that will add a natural feel to it. Now I think, unfortunately, this is going to have to come out. I might have to raise this whole area up a bit, just because I want this to come out further. Probably going to take this in. Probably going to cut this corner off, to be honest. Just something. Make it feel. And then take a bit of this out again, and then that one, and that one, and then if we put soil on that, oh, bouncy, bouncy. Don't overuse the little hole thing, because then again it's just not right. It's not natural, is it? It's clearly forced. And I need to work on the edge of this whole thing here, so I will pull this out a little bit further just to give you an idea. And I will probably, what I'll do is I'll add to the end of the video what the actual whole area looks like, just so you can see what it is, but it will take you a while. Like it's going to be a couple of hours work easily. It took me about 2.5 hours to actually build the shell. To begin with, as you can see on the far side I showed you at the front, I was actually starting, let's just starting it down here. It's underwater base, check this out. Matter overdrive, let's see if I can see it. That's a naturally occurring structure. Right, so there's like a star map in there. What else was in there? There was just some things in there, but it's like, that's sweet. I'm contemplating leaving it for one of my mates to do something on. But yeah, as you can see, I started at the bottom of here. This entire thing here, all the way down to the floor, right down here, is all man-made. And I started terraforming it, and I believe it was Dig actually suggested make a video of it, because as you can see, that all there, all the way along there is man-made. It doesn't look it. Obviously, I think I'm probably looking at this, I need to break up more with some of these materials. But yeah, you get the idea of just how beautiful it looks. Oh, have we got mobs spawning? Is it night time? Must be night time. Get out the lead. But that guy, wow. Those are the worst shooting skills on the server. Alright, you know, just to stop the noise when we come back in. Just chuck a torch or two down here, probably get told. Digger watch this and go, you didn't place enough torches. Should use your F7 key, which is a Apparently, I think it's F7, whatever it is. It's a good trick. You can find all the red X's. But I can't bother. Right. Let's want that taken off. So it looks up. See, this looks fine from this side, yeah. But on this side, nah. Put out. I really hate as well when people do that 3 like triangle things in a row. It's just so forced. Even that doesn't feel right, but it'll do for now. Get this up. All I'm going to do here is see if this here is an example of what I was talking about with these one holes. They occur naturally all over Minecraft, right? 2 indent, 2 indent. They're just completely all over the place. One in that's a natural one there. 1 indent, 1 indent hole. You know, another hole, another thing. And you add these to your own structures, and honestly it makes it so you can't tell the difference. You'd be like, when you start thinking about it, you'll look at them, honestly, sweet, we got grass going, I'm loving some of that. You'll be looking around and you'll see the structures yourself in your own kind of map, and you'll be like, honestly, I didn't take notice of those before. And I guess that's part of why I'm a good terraformer. I find it natural. Is I studied biology and I like the way the land is formed. I'll take that out and that out. And yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. I kind of did it naturally, and I was going to try and explain it. That you look at it, you come up, you look at it, and you go, so that doesn't feel right. It's clear that's not right, but you don't want to come. You don't. I mean, that feels a little bit better, but you don't want to come in and go, oh yeah, I changed this, or change this, and change this, or you could literally be doing it for hours. So make the odd change, see if you like it, go back, and don't worry if you think it doesn't look right. Because you remember, Minecraft doesn't look right. It's square. It's these not square things, I call them. I do this, make the little 2 thing, and there we go. So let me see if I can hover in place. Now that's not perfect. I think I need to add something here, but you kind of get the idea. Like that before was literally just a flat white grey shelf. Now once that grass grows and a little bit of snow, I don't think it will snow on this actual pier cliff, which is a shame. I might have to, I don't know if you can add some actually. I wish you could add your own snow, that'd be sweet. Someone make a mod for your own snow. I want it just for my buildings. And this grass is going to grow down on it, so hopefully by the end of me building this you'll be able to see it with grass on. But that gives you an idea into what I believe is terraforming. Okay, so I'm back. I've spent quite a while finishing this, and I thought I'd give you kind of the finished product. I mean, it is still a little bit too steep on top, but that's flat on top, but it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, no one is going to spend enough time to really look at it, but you get the idea. I compared this to the thingy face. I spent ages just kind of mashing up the top of it. I added a little bit of ores in, apatite ore. Wait until someone comes along and nicks it out. That'll be the funny part. As you can see, it feels a lot more broken up, a bit more natural. It's not perfect by any means, maybe do something down here if I get time. But yeah, this is what I was talking about at the top of it. Let me get back on the brim. So look how nice this looks. Now I've been Dig informed me that Minebay have the ability to buy Silk Touch pigs, so I was able to buy Silk Touch enchantment and get some growing grass, and as you can see, hell yeah, that looks really natural. I really like this feature that we showed before yesterday. There you go. So next time hopefully we'll have leveled this out and I'll start to make a dam. It's probably going to go from this point here somewhat over there, make it semicircular, concave-ish, all those great things, and then yeah, anyway, until next time, have fun.